Did Justin Sun buy Poloniex? That is the rumor going on right now. And fuel to the fire was added by a TRON listing on Poloniex and a live stream today by Justin Sun. We're going to help you sort that out, figure out what that means for TRON. We're also going to be taking a look at all the Bitcoin and crypto news around the world today. Let's get it. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, your one-stop shop for all things Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. You can see on the screen the stories we're going to be talking about today. Most importantly, we're going to be talking about Justin Sun, TRON, Poloniex, huge partnership, and some interesting stuff that Justin Sun said on a live stream. Also wanted to show you guys, this is my brand new Crypto.com card, MCO card. I'm going to be able to use this to make purchases with cryptocurrency. So you guys make sure to be watching the channel this month. I'm going to be doing a video where I'm going to go buy some stuff with this card. Very exciting times. Really thrilled to have this. A big shout out. You can get your own card. I will drop a link down below. So let's go ahead and jump into Market Watch. Market Watch. So for Market Watch today, we're going to really be talking about some leverage trading because, I mean, look, this is really boring. So the Bybit games are coming up, guys. So definitely want you guys to sign up for the Bybit games. As you guys can see, it's the BTC Brawl coming soon. So you're going to get 20% off your fees if you sign up. So I'm going to be a captain for this. So make sure you guys sign up under me. I'm going to be showing you guys some different, advantages you guys are going to get. I think I'm talking Crypto Wendy O into bringing her people over as well for this contest. So hopefully we'll make this a big thing. There's all kinds of prizes and bonuses that you guys can get, but you got to sign up first. So make sure you guys sign up at bybit.bitboy.live. Don't put the WW in. I found out if you put the WW in, you don't go to the right website. So let's move over and let's talk about Bybit for a second because I want to explain to you guys a few things that I've learned about leverage trading that I think can help you guys. So I'm going to show you guys a trade I got, and then I'm going to explain to you guys like why I'm doing this trade this way. So you guys can see here right now, it's a pretty small trade. I've got about $330 into this trade right now, so it's not very much. I do have on 25x leverage though. Me personally, I love 25x leverage. It's a big enough window for me to play in and make a significant amount of money. And I'm not trading with an amount where if I do get wicked out, like, $300, like, yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money to, a lot of people out there. But for me, with my trading portfolio, like $300 is not going to make or break me. But I feel like the upside advantages on 25x, when you feel like you know the direction the market is going, then I think it's fine to use. Keep in mind, Bybit is not for beginners. It is really actually not for advanced traders. It's only for degenerate gamblers. So here we go. You guys can see I've got my stop loss or my take profit. I got my take profit set at 89.90. Now, 9,000 is really my target, but one thing I learned is that don't ever put the target at a round number because most traders, 90% of traders lose. So most traders are putting, their take profit spots at nice round numbers. So a lot of times what will happen is it will get right up against that number and then it'll never hit it because it'll get shoved down right before it gets there. So that's one thing that I've definitely learned that, might be able to help you guys if you guys are getting into leverage trading or if you're interested in it. Personally, I've really enjoyed leverage trading and I made a good amount of money doing it over the last few months. So very interesting. Now, one thing that has came out is there are some people saying that right now, Bitcoin whales are dying. Now, I'm going to say, even though this is on my own personal website, bitboycrypto.com, I tend to disagree with this in the short term. I agree in the longer term that this is happening. Now, also, guys, don't forget, I do have this limited edition Ledger Nano S I'm giving away at the end of this month. All you got to do, sign up for the Bit Squad. Just drop your email address right here on bitboycrypto.com, and you can get information on basically what I'm doing every week. So here we go, guys. This is the part I really wanted to focus on, because we know there's still manipulation. So some things in this article I don't really agree with, but this I do. It says Bitcoin started with a very few people. So the biggest chunk of the coins is going to be in the hands of the people who started it. Eventually, those people will have to sell their coins. And more people are interested. More people are buying. And so eventually, the distribution of BTC is going to hopefully level out a bit more, and there's going to be hopefully fewer whales. So the idea here is that the bulk of the people that got in early bought a ton of coins. And when they bought a ton of coins, over time, they sell them. Now, some people are in it because they believe that this is a life-changing, world-changing currency, and they are never going to let go of it because one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. However, I would argue most people in this market are interested in making money. So we'll just have to see over time if this does bear out to be true. But honestly, even though if you read this article here on bitboycrypto.com, there is some stuff to suggest that whale movement is slowing down. But I think on the other end, now we have kind of insta whales. We have the institutional investors that are able to buy whale amounts in one purchase, and they don't necessarily have to have held Bitcoin for a huge number of years. So I think it's kind of give and take there with that. Number one top story of the day. Okay, so very interesting thing happened today. So Justin Sun live streamed from not only the TRON account, but also from the Poloniex account at the same time. And I tell you, it was pretty funny because he said something like, oh, wow, I see that on our TRON account, we're getting a ton of views and a ton of engagement, but where are you at, Poloniex people? Basically saying the Poloniex account on Twitter doesn't have a lot of engagement and people weren't very interested. And it was true. The numbers would bear that out for sure. But I thought that was pretty funny. He kind of took a shot at Poloniex while he's live streaming from there. But there was some things in this live stream that were very interesting to me. Now, a lot of people have suggested that Justin Sun has bought Poloniex. Well, in a roundabout way, you could make that argument, but he hasn't outright bought it. So basically what happened is a group of investors came on to the Poloniex team, invested a lot of money into Poloniex so Poloniex could get out from underneath Circle, the large financial company in the United States. So once again, Poloniex is now independent. Now, some of the repercussions from that is that American accounts have been closed there. You have until December 15th to get your money off. So that's unfortunate. But recently, TRON was now listed on Poloniex, of course, fueling those rumors. So basically what Justin Sun said today is they have a partnership together. So he has not bought Poloniex. We will have to see if that bears out to be true over time. I'm going to take him at his word for this moment. He said there's some stuff going on behind the scenes. But he said another thing that was very interesting about this, which is that he said Poloniex was very pivotal to him getting into cryptocurrency. Basically that he had heard about Ethereum, or as he called it, ETH. He said, I had heard of this thing, ETH. I didn't know what it was. And I was thinking it was a scam coin, but somebody talked me into buying it. And apparently Poloniex was kind of where Justin Sun started his altcoin career. So if you love Justin Sun, then thank you, Poloniex. And if you don't like Justin Sun, then you can blame Poloniex. But yeah, very interesting story today about this. TRON did get a little bit of a pump, but you can read more about this story on bitboycrypto.com. And also, I am going to do the giveaway for my TRON video from a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to go ahead and pick those winners now for you. Sorry, guys, I've been out of town. I unfortunately don't have time probably this week to do a live stream. I'm going on a cruise next week with my wife for our 10-year anniversary. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick the comments here. I've loaded the video up. So we're going to pick two winners from our TRON contest. So I got the YouTube video loaded. Let's go ahead and click the winners. Now for the winners, I'm going to open up their URL. So that way I make sure that I have the right winners. They're both going to win $25 in TRON. So first winner is Crypto Glenn. Let's go ahead and pick one more winner here. All right, Shige616. There you go. So you guys have both won $25 in TRON. Go ahead and reply to your original comment on the video. Drop your TRON address, and I will get that to you by the end of the week. Story number 2. All right, guys, we got two institutional stories for you. CME says it will launch Bitcoin options in January. So we've already seen that Bakkt also has said that they are going to be launching options in the near future as well. Those are supposed to launch next month. So CME is going to be launching them in January. So we'll just have to see. It seems like every time we have one of these institutional vehicles coming in, we get a dump. So, you might could look for a dump in January. But this one also very interesting. So Bakkt is in discussions to offer cash settled Bitcoins Bitcoin futures in Singapore. So the unfortunate thing about cash-settled Bitcoin as opposed to physical-backed Bitcoin, which are Bitcoins backed by Bitcoins, means that these are basically paper Bitcoins. They're not real Bitcoins. And the power of the Bitcoin supply and the rarity of Bitcoin comes in the fact there is a limited number of them. So when you're offering cash-backed Bitcoin's futures, they're basically just worthless paper Bitcoins. And this kind of is what tanked the market in the end of 2017. So I don't think this is going to be an absolutely huge thing in Singapore that could tank the market like it did in the United States, but definitely something we need to keep our eye on. Story number 3. Blockchain jobs are growing in popularity. I was just recently talking to someone who said that he wanted to go into blockchain, the problem is that he didn't know if there were enough jobs out there. Well, the news is here, guys. There has been a 26 growth rate following a 4-year trend of 1,457% in the blockchain sector. So that's absolutely huge numbers, guys. And I think we're going to continue to see this. So while there are more jobs available for regular computer programmers, the fact is that in the blockchain space, they're more in demand because there are fewer of them. So if this is something you're interested in getting into the world of blockchain, this could be a good time to do it if you're looking for a career. Story number 4. Banking institutions are adopting blockchain. Now, this is something that is very fascinating because of one coin that you guys definitely know if you're into cryptocurrency, which is XRP. Now, the XRP people would have you believe that there's no way or that they could lose the banking space because they're so far ahead. They are using XRP for quick settlements. But what we're seeing is a lot of these banks are moving towards private blockchains. Now, there's a lot of factors involved here. Can these blockchains from one bank communicate to the blockchain of another bank? Well, XRP would solve that. But as interoperability becomes stronger, is there a chance that those private blockchains are going to be able to communicate with each other? Some people think so. I actually talked to some people this week while I was at the Chainwise conference in Cincinnati, Ohio, that believe that this is going on, and this could basically spell the end of XRP. Now, personally, I believe that XRP is going to do very well for years to come, maybe based purely on speculation, but projecting maybe 5 to 10 years out. I think this is an interesting conversation that the XRP community should at least be having and figuring out like what is going to happen if these banks are able to find a solution. What is the pivot that XRP can do in order for this not to affect everyone's investments? I think we'll just have to see where this goes. Story number 5. Last but not least, we have an interview by BTC Manager with Jimmy Zhang, the CEO of iOST. So don't worry, guys. If you're wondering where Jimmy is, some people have been asking that question. If you're wanting to know exactly where he is, it's nighttime here, so he must be putting on his thinking cap. Every night he puts on his thinking cap to think about challenges that are presented to iOST. Thanks, Jimmy, for putting on that hat. Would like to see the hat. Would like to see it. But anyways, guys, I want to bring up just 2 points here from this interview. Number 1 here, it says, what are your goals for iOST for this year? And he says, we are growing the iOST ecosystem exponentially by bringing in some of the best developers, exchanges, and partnerships. If you listen to a recent interview between, I think it was Block Show Asia and Terrence Wang of iOST, basically what they said is the same thing, is that they're focused on bringing in dApps, developers, and partnerships. And so hopefully we're going to continue to see some more of that from iOST. If you didn't know, I run a block producing node for iOST, and you can get right now 17% annual returns by buying iOST, staking it, and voting for my node. I think we're coming at number 30 right now in the overall iOST node rankings. But what will be an exciting development coming up for iOST? So he didn't say exactly, but he did say they are planning some key product launches. So definitely look for some more stuff coming this quarter from iOST. I know I'm, waiting with heavy anticipation for the next product launches that are come, what we're going to see with iOST. while the price has dropped and people aren't as excited about it maybe as they were at one time, it's really held steady with its position on CoinMarketCap. So it's really just been taking the hits like every other altcoin has. Maybe that will be coming to an end soon, or maybe we'll never have alt season and we'll always be poor. Maybe that's what will happen. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. BitBoy out.